going on, everybody? So we are in Cartagena. We're on our way to Bora. So we're gonna take the little boat ride. I think it's about 45 minutes to an hour, and then we'll get to Bora, which is a nice beach. It's an island, basically. You can go and enjoy yourself. Really, in Cartagena, the beaches are okay, but you want to go to one of these islands in order to really get that experience of nice blue water and all that. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. We're waiting. It's about 7:30 in the morning, so that's why I'm not very energetic, but we're going to get out of here, take that boat ride, and I'll show you guys everything as far as how much food costs. And there is food that's included, but you can buy additional food and drinks and all that kind of stuff. So this should be fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Talk to you guys in a bit. All right, we have arrived. So we are in the VIP area of Bora. It's a pretty nice little spot. You guys can see right here. We'll walk out to where the water is. Got a little beach out there, and then you have all these cabanas, these little beds here. So it's a pretty nice setup. Paid about something like $88 or something for per person. Takes about 45 minutes to get here, and it's pretty nice. I'll take you guys around the rest of the place in a little bit, but we're gonna get something to eat right now because we're pretty hungry. They do serve lunch, but you can also purchase extra. If you want to get extra food, you can do that. So we're probably gonna do that. We haven't eaten anything all morning, but yeah, it's pretty nice. I recommend coming here, because if you're in Cartagena, you're gonna want to go to at least a nice beach at some point. And I'm not saying that Cartagena doesn't have nice beaches, but you know, they're just, in my opinion, they're okay. They're not you don't have this blue water that you see out here. You don't have that in Cartagena. So just be forewarned. If you go to Cartagena and you think, oh, I'm going to go to the beach, it's going to be really nice blue water. No, you're probably not going to see that. But if you come to an island, you will. All right, so here's the area where you eat. I think there are restrooms over here. You have another little area. When you have the VIP, if you're in the VIP section, you can go wherever you want. So you have a little area back there. You can sit down, and you have the bar right here. Some more areas to sit right here. We have more beds here. So pretty nice setup. You come down here, you have another little area. You can hang out right here. Kind of like a little bar feel. Got a DJ over there. Really, really nice. in the water. You can see it is really, really nice, clear blue water. So just so you guys know, this, if you're coming to Bora Bora, this is the VIP section here. And it goes all the way to right there. And then you have another section over there, and they actually split the water up. So they split the swimming areas. So this is the regular section, and then this is the VIP section. The biggest difference that I can see, it's a little nicer in VIP, just the decor and everything. You have trees, more trees over here. So you have a lot more shade. And then the regular side here, if you see it, there are less trees up there. And so everyone gets beds though. You'll all get a bed. One of the things about the beds is if you want to get one of the beds that's in the front, you do have to pay a little extra. At least that's what they were telling us. So the normal beds, we are right behind them. Honestly, it's pretty much the same. Obviously the view in the front is better, but you can still see the ocean from where you are. They stagger the beds. So really nice though, really nice little setup. Very nice clear blue water. You can hear music going on in the background. They have a live DJ there. So it's good. We'll have to see how the food is, but as far as the beach and the beds and all that, the setup, it's really nice. So, and the water is very, very warm. Feels good. It's pretty hot in Cartagena, so this is definitely a good change from being in that hot heat. So anyway, we'll look at the food later and we'll see. We had some empanadas earlier. Actually, no, we didn't have empanadas. We had arepas earlier, and they were pretty good. Pretty good arepas, chicken and shrimp. And so lunch will be served at 1 o'clock. And then from there, we'll be headed back. I think it's like a 6-hour total. The whole thing is 6 hours. One other thing I want you guys to know is they don't have jet skis out here. And that's something a little shocking to me. I was thinking that they would have jet skis, but they don't. So, and it's probably just due to the fact that they don't really have a beach, like for you to get on a jet ski. The beaches are really, really short. You can see what I'm showing here. So, but all in all, it's good. One thing I did like is when you first come in, they give you a greeting, and then they have someone personally walk you to where you're supposed to go. And then that person stays with you, and they serve you food and whatever you want, alcohol and all that. Now alcohol does not come included, so that is an additional cost, as well as if you want to eat breakfast, that would be an additional cost. And if you want certain things on the item, on the menu, that would be an additional cost too. So not everything is free once you pay, so just understand that. I would advise bringing water if you're coming, because it does get hot. You can buy water here, but you can just bring water if you want. Now you can't bring alcohol, and you can't bring any weapons or anything. They say that on there, don't bring weapons. So just so you know. All right guys, lunch is served. They're playing music they've been playing music this whole time, so it's kind of hard for me to shoot videos because we'll have some copyright issues. So I just want to show you the meal real quick, and then I'll show you how it tastes. So this is tilapia with plantains, arroz de coco, ensalada, and my friend here, hola. Hola. She's having, what is that?
It's pasta con mariscos.
Oh, pasta con mariscos, shrimp, total fish, shellfish. So we're gonna try it real quick, and then we're gonna have to go because of the music. All right, first bite. No fish.
Camarones.
No, but no fish. Come fish.
No pescado, eso es camarón.
Sí, pero come. Es bueno. No chewy.
Está rico.
Está bien. Está rico.
Sabe como
7.
la arepa que nos comimos temprano.
Ah,
Sí, es como un 8, un 7.
8, 7. So that's a 7. Alright, we're gonna try. So we'll try real quick. The tilapia. I prefer, actually like red snapper. So we'll go with tilapia for today because that's all they have. Alright, let's try this out. We're gonna eat the fish first. So tilapia, fried tilapia. There you go. Wow. This is very good. This is really good. So, I had fish yesterday, and I would say this is just as good as the fish yesterday at El Bunny. So I would have to say this is a 10 out of 10. The fish, the tilapia. Let's try the arroz coco. Arroz de coco. Okay, so the arroz de coco is good. Alright guys, we had some technical difficulties. I was eating my rice, my arroz de coco, and my camera's full. So we're gonna try it one more time. So the rice is very good. It's just not that sweet. I like it sweeter. And I had arroz de coco yesterday, and it had raisins in it. It was actually much better that way, a little sweeter. So that's what I would prefer. So the rice I would say is like a 6 out of 10. But to be honest with you, the fish is really, really good. So I give them credit. So if you come to Bora Bora, consider getting the tilapia, the fried tilapia. Okay, so you guys saw my trip to Bora Bora. Now I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that I learned along the way. So the first thing, as far as the price, for the VIP, it's $118. If you want to go with just a regular non-VIP experience, it's $88. So we're looking at a difference of what, about $30. And the reality is, I didn't have that other experience, so I can't really speak on that, but I can speak for the VIP experience. $30 more per person. You know what? I would do that. I would do it because you have the DJ, you have the lounges where you can relax and sit and watch the waves come in. You also have the beds, which everyone has the beds, but you have beds in a better location where you have shade, you have a lot of trees. And so I think overall it was a better experience in the VIP, just looking at the VIP compared to looking at the normal, the $88 experience. Now, I'm telling you, $88, $118, to be honest with you, it's a lot of money. It really is. And that kind of brings me to the thing that I didn't really like too much about it. It's a lot. It's not cheap. So you're talking per person $118. That's pretty expensive, and this is for an experience that's about 6 to 7 hours. Okay, so you're not. It's a lot of money for what you're getting. So that's just my opinion. I think it was a good experience. Now, would I do it again? I probably would not do it again. But if you've never gone to Bora Bora, if you've never gone to any of the islands in Cartagena, I highly recommend going to Bora Bora. It's a nice island. I went to another island before. This was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I don't even think that island is still there. They don't really have excursions on that island. And it was a much better experience at Bora Bora. I'll just say that. Okay, so now let's talk about food. So the food that we purchased, we actually purchased breakfast. We had some arepas. They were okay. I would give them maybe a 6 out of 10. But when it came to the main dish, the dish that when you buy your ticket, you automatically get a dish with that. That was really good. I had fried tilapia. It was very good. Just like I said in the video. Also, you get the arroz de coco, which is good. You get salad, patacones. And in Colombia, it's a traditional dish that you would get if you're on the coast. So if you're in Barranquilla, Cartagena, Riohacha, that's the type of meal that you would get. So I liked it. I'm telling you, it was a 10 out of 10. Altogether, the arroz de coco was okay, but the fish the fish was amazing. And so overall, when you compare the breakfast meal that we had as well as the fried tilapia. I would give it an 8, an all-around 8, because the breakfast could have been better. And then also, they could have had more on the menu. They didn't have that many selections. I think it was between 4 and 5 different selections that you had for the free meal. Okay, and I call it a free meal. You actually paid for the meal, but the meal that was included, you had about 4 to 5 different choices. And then when it came to the breakfast, you had a few choices there. And another thing that I would have liked for them to have had some type of complimentary snack or something when you got there, because you have to understand you're going to be on a boat for 45 minutes, and you get there, you're I won't say you're tired, but you're at a point where a snack would be nice. And maybe not in the regular section, but in the VIP, I think they should have at least had something, a little snack for the people when they arrived. Now, as far as the atmosphere, I think it was 10 out of 10. I think the VIP section and even the regular section, it was very nice. Okay, you have the beds, and it was really peaceful, relaxing. Now, as far as the music in the VIP, it wasn't too overbearing, so it wasn't really loud. It was loud enough in the section where they had the little tables and it was near the bar. But if you were off where the beds were, it wasn't that overbearing. So if you wanted to relax and not, you didn't want to hear loud music bumping, and let's say you wanted to take a nap or something like that, you could have done that, because it was pretty sectioned off, so it wasn't very, very close. Now let's talk about the service. So the service I thought was very good, and I like the way that they had it set up. As you got off the boat, you would hand your ticket to someone, and that person would follow you, basically take you to where your bed was, and then that person will become your waiter or your waitress, and so that they're the person that's serving you. And so it was pretty good, because you had that relationship. You knew who your server was, and you kind of relax, and you see your server, hey, ask him for drinks and things like that. So I think overall that experience was good. And then they would also come back and they'll give you a ticket, and there were 2 different times where you can eat. And so you would either have the earlier time or the later time. And so in our case, I believe we ate at 1:30, but then they were serving food at, I think it was 12:30 or 1. I can't remember exactly, but there were 2 different times where people were able to eat. Now this brings me to the only thing that I really didn't like about this whole experience, and that was the time. Okay, and there's not much you can do with time, because you only have a certain amount of time, right? We got there at 7:30 a.m. and we got to the dock at 7:30 a.m. They have to take you through, get your tickets, all that. And then from that point on, then we get on the boat. The boat ride's 45 minutes. We got there probably around between 9 and 9:30. And from that point, the boat leaves. The boat actually returns back to Cartagena at 2:30. So you don't have that much time. So let's say you get there, you want to eat breakfast. You get there, you eat breakfast, just like we did. We didn't get into the water until probably around about 11 o'clock. We got in the water for about an hour, got out, and then by the time we got out, got dried off, relaxed a little bit, it was time for us to eat. So we ate at 1:30. From 1:30 to 2, we ate, and then from that point we wanted to get back in the water, so we got back in the water for a half hour. At 2:30, that's when they close off the beach, so you can't get in the water any longer. And then that's when they're telling you, hey, you need to get back in line so you can get back on the boat. So it seemed rushed. And if you wanted to do anything else, let's say they had an excursion or something that you wanted to do, that would take up the whole time in the morning, and basically you wouldn't have any time to do anything else but eat and then get back on the boat. And so I just wish there was more time. I do realize that when it comes down to it, the boat leaves at 2:30. They want to make sure they have plenty of time so they can get back to Cartagena before it gets dark. That's totally understandable. It's something that you can't really avoid. I did notice that they are building a hotel there, and they'll be opening that hotel in the future. So maybe that could be an option for some, where you could stay the whole night. But in my situation, I think more time would have been really, really good if we were able to get there and kind of just relax, and maybe move the time that you eat to a little bit earlier, and not really push the whole breakfast thing. It would have been nice if we ate it around 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, and then had a couple of hours that we could have still gone in the water and relaxed and stuff like that. I just felt it was a little rushed. Once the meal came, they were ready. You were ready to get back on the boat and go back. So that's my only gripe when it came to the whole experience. But overall, I think it was great. And as I stated before, I probably wouldn't go again because I've already experienced it. I want to go to another island. But if you have not experienced it, and if you're in Cartagena, I highly recommend, if you're in Cartagena, go to one of the islands, because if you go to one of the islands, you're going to have a much better experience at the beach. If you go to the beaches that are in Cartagena, for one, there are a lot of vendors out there trying to sell you things, and they're very, very aggressive. And so you're going to have to deal with that, as well as the beaches. They're just not that nice, okay? And so in my experience, going to the islands is better because it's more peaceful. You don't have a lot of vendors around you and all that. And it's just an overall better experience. But understand, it does cost a little bit of money to do that. But if you're on vacation, I think it's good to splurge a little bit and go to one of the islands because it's just a better overall experience. If you guys have any questions, post them down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.